Okay, a few more.
I had a brain aneurysm when I was almost 13, which means a blood vessel popped in my head. I was in a coma for 30 days and I was in the hospital in here for 341 days. But who's counting?
3 days, and the second night they actually woke me up in the hospital and said, get your family, say goodbye, he's not going to make it. And then they said, we don't believe he's going to be able to lead a meaningful life. And so really I dedicated myself so that he would have a meaningful life. And then in my path towards that, I met such incredible people along the way. And so for me, it's a blessing. I know it sounds a little strange, but...
Danny, I think when I first came here in '90, maybe it was a couple of years after, he first came to Achilles. This was right after his brain aneurysm. He came in a wheelchair and basically was wheelchair bound. We got him to the point where he could stand up for a minute or two holding onto the back of the wheelchair. Then gradually he took a few steps, got to the point where he could walk without holding onto the wheelchair, but he would have to go back in the wheelchair to go home. And then over time, I remember the first day he actually showed up without the wheelchair and just walked from his home over on First Avenue. And, now he's to the point where he's going to walk 13 miles in the marathon, so it's been a pretty amazing story.
It was shocking. I mean, it was a Sunday afternoon. You know, he went to a private school and he was playing basketball. The whole family was watching him. And in a split second, it changed, and it changed forever. And it makes you realize to really enjoy what you have. And also, it tests you beyond what you think you can do. I mean, if someone would have said that your son is going to be in the hospital for a year, and if they said that he was going to need assistance, you would say, well, how are we going to get through it? But our family got closer through this, and we each played a part with Danny. And it's just, he's just worked hard and never felt sorry for himself. So, I mean, our family changed. We stopped looking at things on a day-to-day basis of material things and, you know, success defined in different ways. We look at success in a much more, what I consider a real way now.
This is going to be my second time competing in a New York City marathon. Last year I did the last 10 miles with Jimmy again. Jimmy's a good inspiration for me, because as you guys probably know, he has cerebral palsy, and he's doing the marathon, so he's a good inspiration for me.
I have been walking with these guys for 3 years. It'll be 3 years. It's 3 years about now, because I saw them in the New York Marathon about 3 years ago and decided that I wanted to meet them and come out, and it's been pretty amazing, right? We're good friends, aren't we? As long as you're not proposing marriage to me. He proposes to me on a regular basis.
But I always struck out, so.
But it's just the best thing that I do in my life, absolutely. They're an amazing group of people.
Yep.
You're an amazing guy.
Thank you.
I'm proud that you're running your 4th marathon.
It just feels great to accomplish something new, a new goal. I went through extensive rehabilitation, so I had like physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, psychology. I had pretty much every therapy that you could imagine. My dad was Jimmy's coach, and then he decided that he wanted to give something back, so he decided to coach me.
After the first marathon, I could have said, okay, I'm doing one, then I quit, and I won't do anymore. But now I'm doing my 4th one in a row, it's so hard to give it up now, you know, it's because with the crowd and it's just, I think it's relaxing. I really enjoy meeting the people, cheering for me. I go over to the people, shake hands, give five to everybody, you know, I feel wonderful. So I'm not gonna give it up.
You better not.
Who knows, I might do 20 of them.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I'll be there with you.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not for 20.
If not, I know where you live now.
You're supposed to forget that.
Well, I don't forget anything, you know.
And you know what he said? He said, Ken, if you ever need me, I'll take care of Danny. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I will.